you guys doing? This is Banto Queen. I hope you're doing well. So before we start, I really want to say a big thank you to everyone who has been watching my video, whether you are a subscriber or not, whether you're watching for the first time or you came across my video a few times. Really thank you, but please, to even support me a bit further, it would be nice if you can like, subscribe, or and comment, especially if you like the video. Please like, it doesn't cost you anything. Just push and you like it, and that really supports me a lot. I think I'm not the only one. For anyone who create content on social media, that little like is goes a long way. It's very, very important. Not only because it encourages you to find time to get better at what you're doing and to really do it. Me, I'm doing this really is a passion, especially when it comes to breastfeeding, because it's really something that I think that I will do my whole life. I'm not just doing it because I'm breastfeeding or because I got young kids. It's something I feel like every child in the world, obviously, when it's possible, should benefit. So that's really what I'm doing. Why I'm doing this. At the same time, also, like as you see my channel, I also have other content. Like I started a new one, which is like very scary, true scary stories. So it's very, very, very interesting. A lot of story from around the world. Right now, I'm concentrating mostly on story from Africa, and they are very, very interesting. I really, you should stop, take a minute and watch. You won't be disappointed. So yes, we're going to be talking today about the common breastfeeding mistake, and how to avoid them. A lot of things after, as a new mom, we are pushed to believe that a lot of things are normal, even when they're not. So the first mistake many of us made, for those who have kids and people new mother continue to make, and to think that pain is normal. Obviously, the different type of pain. Obviously, for a woman who just deliver a baby, there's some pain down there. Or if you have a C-section, there's some pain. That one also, I think that there's that sixth sense that will tell you when things are wrong. And you even see that for women who have a C-section, they're able to say that something is wrong. Even though they never had a C-section before, they're able to know that that pain that I'm feeling is not normal, something is wrong. Even a woman who deliver normally, when they go further to have further complication, like preeclampsia and all those things, they are able to say that something is wrong, that they're not feeling normal, even though they never had a baby before. So we had that. I think that we should really trust that sixth sense more and more. But if putting all that aside, there's other pain that we assume or we are made to believe that they are normal, and most of the time they're not. So that's why we're going to talk about. That's why we are talking about the first mistake, to think that pain is normal. So if nothing hurts, it means that there's a sign that there's something wrong. That's something wrong that should be addressed. So there are some most common pain when it comes to breastfeeding. The first one is nipple pain. Obviously, and I've seen it, it can be very, very bad, where like really pieces of the nipple are kind of like missing. Obviously, that's not normal. That's not normal. For somebody who never breastfed before, having a little bit of like, being a bit uncomfortable, I'm not going to call that pain, but being uncomfortable, I can say is normal, but it depends how long that lasts. So if you're having nipple pain, there's few things to check. You have to check first that your position when you're nursing is right. I will try to put the illustration or how the baby should be positioned, depending on the position that the mother herself have. Like if you're lying down, if you're sitting up, if you're, how the baby should be positioned on the breast, to avoid, the unnecessary, how to call it, unnecessary pain, actually, unnecessary pain. So the illustration are there just to look at it, to see how it should be if you don't know how it should be. So like I say, it can be a bit uncomfortable at first, but it shouldn't be something that you feel every time that you nurse the baby, weeks after you had the baby. It's not normal. So to feel that type of pain is not normal. For you to have pieces of the nipple actually missing is not normal. So that's something that need to be addressed. Another another issue could be that the baby have a tongue tie. That also the illustration is there. A tongue tie, obviously, the tongue, instead of, like, be mobile where they can lift their tongue, they can't lift their tongue because it's tight. Exactly what he said, is tight. So with a tongue like that, child it's gonna be difficult for them to nurse. It's gonna be difficult for them to nurse. So before you start like blaming yourself, because I know we do it a lot, it's not only because of us, but also because people around us, people make us feel like having a baby in nursing is completely natural. And so when you feel like when it's not working the way that everybody seems to say should be working, you start blaming yourself, you start feeling bad about it, you start beating yourself up. So I feel like, when it comes to that, everybody everybody can only do with what they have. And I feel like, I know that it's easy to say than to do, but women should stop beating themselves up. As long as you know you're doing your best, trying to avoid listening to what people are telling you. So yeah, there's another issue that can be the tongue tie. So make sure that the baby, all those things checked. Check the baby tongue is checked by a specialist. If yourself you feel like there's something not quite normal, get it checked so you're sure that at least that one is cleared. Another issue could be a vasospasm, which is people describe it like a throbbing, burning pain on the breast. It start on the nipples and it go on the breast. Obviously, with that type of pain, it will be complicated to breastfeed, so that too, And the last one that I think of, I'm not saying that those are the only one. These are the 4 main ones that come regularly. The last one could be the mastitis, which is an infection of the breast. So that too, you're going to have the illustration there to see what it look like. All this, make sure that if you're having issue breastfeeding, make sure that all this is cleared before you can start looking into something else, And like I said, the nipple pain, like, is the, like I already told you, a tongue tie. So it can be a tongue tie that need to be released. That is done quite easily, It's not a big surgery. So mistake number 2, sorry, I'm turning around. Mistake number 2, ignoring your own anger and thirst. Yes, as a new mom, we all, for those who are babies, we know that, you really forget about yourself. So what you need to understand is that to make your milk, your body actually take nutrients from your bones, from your muscles, from your blood. Is actually like stealing from you, taking things from you. Obviously, for you to continue to function normally, you need to replenish all this. So you need to eat properly and you need to drink properly and regularly. I know that once again it's easy said than to done, but you need to keep that in mind. If you want everything to continue going smoothly, you need to make sure that you are fine. If you're not fine, the baby won't be fine, nothing will be fine. So just try to make that time to take it to make sure that you're taking care of yourself properly and consistently. Mistake number 3, neglecting or stopping prenatal vitamins. Prenatal vitamins are very important. Obviously, when you have the baby, that the postnatal vitamins. They are very, very important. Once again, your baby is taking everything from you. The nutrient, the how do you call it? I forgot the name. So you need to replace them. So food alone will not be enough because you need to replace for yourself, but also for the baby, because the baby continue to take from you. So if food alone, and we know that most food, we don't actually, especially food that we are eating nowadays, we don't always find everything that you need in the food the way they should be. So it's very important for you to take complements in the form of vitamin. postnatal vitamins. It's very, very important. Mistake number 4, assuming that if your baby falls asleep in the breast, it means that they're full. Yes. Although there's nothing, putting your baby asleep on the breast, there's nothing wrong with it. However, sometimes the baby might fall asleep on the breast because they're not getting enough milk. They put a lot of effort. In putting effort, that means that they're using a lot of energy. So at some point they're tired, so they just go to sleep, and then they wake up very short time after that, maybe just 20-30 minutes after, and they're requesting to eat again. I also hear it a lot where people say that here the baby, they will eat, they will fall asleep. It is true that all of us, we assume that because the baby fall asleep, that means they're satisfied. But no, sometimes because they're trying very hard, they're spending a lot of energy trying to get milk, they're not getting enough, so they get tired. So you just kind of like a pause by sleeping, and then they wake up again not long after that and requesting to eat again. So you have to really be careful about that, because that's another issue, that when you're breastfeeding, you don't really know how much your baby is getting. So mistake number 5, ignoring the possibility of a tongue tie. Yes, that we talked about that a bit earlier. Like I said, once again, we are very good, women are very good in beating themselves up. And this is not just because we love to beat ourselves up, because the society, everybody is telling us that all those things that we are doing, there's nothing special about it. People have been doing it since the beginning of time. So we cannot complain, and we should be able to do it perfectly. Once again, when we see that everybody around us or people around us seem to say, for me, breastfeeding was so easy. I put the baby took straight away, there was no issue. We feel like if for us it doesn't go that way, that means we are doing something wrong. And, if you start beating yourself up, so you come back again. We cannot say it I can't say it too much, is really check all those things first before you can look into something else, and stop thinking that something is not working is your fault. Because I don't think any mother would decide to breastfeed or go give bottle to their baby, they're gonna do something that will jeopardize all those things. So if it's not working, then you will look for other things, but it doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. So mistake number 6, allowing someone else to discipline. This is so funny. Allowing somebody else to define nursing success for you. All the success, I know your success. All the struggle, I know your struggle. What other people might see as manageable doesn't have to be. It might not be manageable for you. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with that. The thing is, when somebody, for example, if I take an example, somebody can tell you, okay, me, I'm breastfeeding, and because I'm breastfeeding, my baby sleeps with me in the bed. So whenever they're hungry, it's just easier for me to just breastfeed them, and after that we both fall asleep, and that make life so easier for me. Yes, but that doesn't mean that plan works for you, and there's nothing wrong if it doesn't work for you. Some people, especially, understand the fear that to sleep with a small baby in the bed, you're scared to hurt your baby and all those things. So it might not be like that. So you really have to be kind of selfish when it comes to that. You really have to, I always say it, like the first 1 month, to just focus on you and your baby. Just focus on what make you comfortable, what make you happy, what make you just do your thing. Babies are very patient, and take your time. Take your time to do what you need to do to get where you need to be. And don't let people come and put all those things in your mind that are going to make you miserable, going to make you think that you're a failure, or you're failing, or you're not doing good enough. Every mother is different. Every baby is different. So every whatever breastfeeding is different. So it doesn't matter if you have somebody in your family who had 20 kids and they breastfed all of them until they were 6 years. That's the story. That's the experience. That's not your experience. It's up to you to create your own experience. So I'm going to stop here. I will come next for a similar topic, I think it make it easier like that, to make it point by point, like to make it like number one, number two is easier. So on this, take care of yourself. Please, if you like the content, if you like the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so that you can have more of those content. Like I said to you, there's a lot of different content on my channel, and I like it like that because that's who I am. I'm somebody who love, who's interested, who know about a lot of few things, and I love to share, or not all of it, but some of it in this channel. So take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thank you. Bye.